Hey everyone, Steph here from Old Guy Melts Plastic. Today I wanted to give you a peek under the hood of my Voron V2 350mm build. So I did a little bit of rearranging. The cable management still isn't up to snuff, but that's fine. It's all functional for the moment, and I'll route cables properly through wire channels at some point once I'm done fiddling with the printer, if that ever happens. But one thing I wanted to do with this rearrangement here was to move a couple of the components around. And my thinking went like this. From the top end of the printer, most of the cables to the tool head and various other bits, the AB motors and the Y-end stop at the very least, feed through this notch in the back of the deck plate. And I thought, well, because most of those will run to the Octopus mainboard, and this is an Octopus Max Easy, I figured why not move the mainboard closer to that notch so that the wire has, less travel required. Previously, in the original configuration per the build manual, the LRS 224 power supply was actually on the bottom rail here, and the Octopus was on the top rail, but I just basically flipped those around because for me this made more sense. I still have my 48 volt, this is an LRS 148 power supply, and it's only driving the two AB stepper motors, which I have disconnected at the moment because I'm busy routing cables through my new printed cable chain. Speaking of cable chains, so one of the reasons I've been delaying on getting this done was I was waiting on this new cable to arrive from Fabrico. So the cable was originally designed by 3DO, and as it says there, it's a USB to CAN bus cable, coated in FEP silicone, and we have 26 AWG, 24 AWG, and 20 AWG. So we have a couple of few different gauges of wires in there, and there are 8 wires, which is sufficient to run CAN bus with its 4 wires, 2 power and 2 data lines, as well as USB with its 2 power and 2 data lines also. And the reason I wanted both the CAN bus and the USB in one cable was because I am running the beacon probe, which requires a USB cable to the tool head. So this basically puts all the wires in one bundle. The diameter on this, I believe, was rated for, or was listed as 7.5 millimeter diameter. So it's a little bit thicker than the IGUS chain flex, which I was running previously just for the CAN bus. But it still fits within the neck of the strain relief spring that I have for the PG7 gland. So I'm going to be measuring out the right length of cable to get this into the bottom of the electronics bay and over to the tool head at maximum travel. I bought 5 meters of the stuff, so I'll have a bit left over, but I'm also going to be using probably similar cable on one of my other printers that I'm building. So I figure I'll have some spares spare length left over for other routes. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Mostly wanted to show you what I've done under the hood here, as I said, rearranging the location of the Octopus to minimize the wire lengths needed. And I said I did that, but I haven't actually gone through and trimmed the wire lengths. There's a lot of excess wire in here that doesn't need to be as long as it is. So at some point I will probably go through and carefully trim away all the excess wire and recrimp things and reconnect things. Re-terminate all the cable ends. I'm also working on reprinting my black and brown parts into the blue and purple, which I've decided are my colors. So I'm going to be reprinting the Z stacks, the Z motors here for the Voron V2, and then also work on reprinting the skirt parts as well. So yeah. That's it for today's video. Comments down below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.